Hello everybody and welcome back to Calmsden Farm. So you join me in March. You know what that means? That means I can finally go and lease this withered massive barley field. We could put something in it. And I might have gone and done the same with this one. This withered potato field seemed a little bit lonely as well, so I might have gone and leased this and that. But what are we going to do with them? Well, looking on the map here, you can see obviously they're both withered. But what I'm thinking is something we've not done on a series before, that I can think of anyway. I've been racking my brain and I can't think that we've done these. Now, I said about sugarcane. But what I'm thinking is this one, number 14, this smaller one, I'm going to put sugarcane in, because once you put it in, it takes a lot to put in. And I think that's going to cost a little bit of money. But it regrows 2 or 3 times once you've harvested it. So that's going to be perfect for that. Now this, what I'm thinking, cotton field. We've not done cotton on any of my Let's Plays that I can remember anyway. So I'm thinking this field, it's a nice big size. We need quite a lot of size because cotton takes a while to build up to actually make a bale. So I think this could be perfect. So I think that's what we should do. So I've got me planter up here, or cedar. I never remember which. Planter, cedar. It does everything anyway. Got the roller over there. JCB's here with the mulcher. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mulch this into the ground rather than cultivate it up, because cultivating it is going to disturb the ground. Mulch it in. We'll come back. We'll hit it with lime. Then we'll get the planter, put cotton in. It'll put the fertilizer in. I'll cry about how much it uses. And then I think we should be good. So, oh, by the way, the bank balance is looking good. The BGA's been working away, churning away some silage for me. Now, I did clear out the rest of the pit, in case you're wondering. Cleared out the rest of the pit, put it all in the trailer, and took it all across to the BGA. Off camera then, I have gone and filled the pit again with a good chunk of what was remaining of the chaff in the silo. 1 odd million litres of chaff in there. I've gone and filled the pit again, and it's currently fermenting as we speak. So because the BGA's been working its way through the silo, or the silage in from the pit, 808,000. Oh, yes. Right, let's get this started. Course is set. Let's start him off and see how we get on. Fingers crossed this should all go well. I've zoomed in close at the minute because we've got a tree right behind us there, you see. So let's just see how he gets on. Oh, yeah. We'll back away now because it could be a little bit loud. Now what I'm going to do is I have set the worker to go at about 30 miles an hour in the field. Now it won't do it yet because it's not unlocked on speed. If we go ahead and unlock it, the worker should start building up some speed and taking off, as you can see. And normally I wouldn't want to do field work at this kind of speed, but the reason why is this is a mighty big field. And I've got a feeling it's going to take a while. Now, I don't know if it will tell me. It says 1 hour 6. That's real time, by the way. Yeah, this is quite a big field. So that's why I've set the worker on a bit of a fast pace to try and get this done, because we have got a lot of work to do. We've got all the mulching to do. Once the mulching is done, we're going to come back and lime it. Then we've actually got to put the cotton in the ground. So I'm going to shut up. We don't need to do much of a fast time lapse. He's already going quite fast. Let's see how he gets on. Hopefully, yeah, I'm hoping this isn't too bad. Seems to be doing all right. Anyway, let's let him crack on. So the worker's done a good job in mulching that field. Look at that. Perfect. So the mulcher is gone in the field just behind us. It's set up there ready. We're going to start that on potatoes. So we're set up with lime here. So let's go get this set up. Let's go start. Let's get some lime down. Now it says no value checked yet. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Oh, worker. Hold on a second. I think the reason why it's not going up saying it's detecting any value. Why would that be? I know. Okay, so just back up a little bit here. We are going to slightly overlap, but the reason why it was not showing any information because I completely forgot I hadn't bought any soil information. So instead of going and getting me Scout, I'm basically covering this whole field in one go and sending off, and it cost me about £50. I've gone and made up for the other fields that I've done that on, and I've actually gone and purchased this from this menu here. So it's cost me about 11 grand for this one and about 6.5 for this one. So a lot more than it probably should have done. But I think that compensates for the other times that I was doing these bits here and only paying for one sample. So because we've done this now, we can go and activate this guy again. Yes, it's going to put a bit more on top of this, but it is now detecting the right information. So it is going to match it up to where it should be now. There we go, it's putting 4.38 ton down per hectare. Let's go and unlock this. Again, it is going to go a bit quicker than I probably would normally want to do it. But we want to try and get as much of this field done. I'm hoping to try and get it all done in this one episode. Maybe the other field as well. Oh, he's driving like he's drunk. The thing with Courseplay is it does follow every little indent around the field. So you will see the driver weaving about a little bit. But hey, getting the job done. So let's go around, do a couple of headlands, and then we'll get the other tractor set up in the field. We'll do some mulching in there. So while the worker's cracking on doing some lime in that field, let's start this up. Let's just see actually. Can you mulch potatoes directly into the ground? Or is this one going to have to be cultivated? I'm not sure, you see. Obviously we've got a direct drill, so we don't got to worry about going over the top, but I've never actually mulched potatoes like this. Oh, this is interesting. Let's actually see if this is actually going to work. It might not. We might have to go get a cultivator and change plans on this one, but let's just see. Let's start off. See what's going to happen. Is it going to work? As soon as it touches down. Oh, yes. Well, I didn't think that was going to happen, if I'm honest. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. We still got the potato pattern, because even though it's mulching, it still obviously believes it's got potatoes in, like the field across the way still believes it's barley field, because we're not taking out what was there before. That makes sense? We're not cultivating it and almost basically wiping the slate clean, because we don't want to do that, because cultivating is just going to basically damage the soil, dig up potentially stones, but I don't think I've got them turned on. It's going to affect the environmental score by doing that. It always says if you can try not to cultivate, that's the best way. I have set this one to sharp, hence why the work has gone forward. It's going to come back now and do this, so it should get every little bit of the corner. The other one, it was kind of like going rounded, because I kind of left it on rounded. I thought that was better for that one, because it did look like it's a bit more rounded, but certain bits actually was a little bit sharper than I probably thought. But, you know, never mind. So the work is going to do some of this. Obviously, we've already seen some mulching on the last one, so I don't want to show too much mulching. So we're just going to jump cut now until the mulching on this field is all complete. So the worker in this field is getting on really well with the lime. Look at this, it's perfect. It's just the little bits on the corners that he seems to miss a little bit, but it does sometimes happen. And I think it's also if you set it to smooth, you've got sharp, smooth and round on what you can do on the edges, and I think maybe I should go to sharp instead of smooth. But even still, even if you put it on sharp, some of the corners, because they are a rounded corner, the worker will still go round them. So it's not the end of the world. It just means just go back and, you know, give it a little touch up yourself. It's looking good. So this field is looking so much better. It just feels so good. Before it was just a dead field, withered barley. I'm not sure what's going on with some of these fields when it withers. I mean, I know we're kind of making a bit of a play on it that Jimmy sadly passed away, but all I think it is maybe this map is struggling with the updates. So because this is Comston Farm, it was done, what, I think 2 or 3 years ago. It's an older map, so also the new patch updates on Farm Sim. I think maybe it might cause some of the farmers built into these fields, you know, the farmers in the fields, I think it might have broke a couple of them, hence why, well, Jimmy's field didn't work, this field didn't work, the one next door doesn't work. Some of them do, but some don't. I think that's all it is. So we just kind of, we're playing on that a little bit, and we're working on the fields that don't work. So this one's going to be a great one. So as soon as this is finished, we can grab the planter. It's filled up. I make sure I filled it up as I was bypassing my seed and fertilizer points. I'll go around and just get the little bits of the edges that it's missed. And then, oh, we got the task of putting cotton in the ground. Is this going to be quite a task? Actually, no, I don't know. Is cotton going to absolutely just rinse through the seeds? I've got a feeling sugarcane's going to in the next field. But how's cotton going to get on? Well, we'll soon find out. So that's all the mulching done in this field. The class has been done in liming in the other field, so we brought it across here. So now you can see the JCB sat there ready just to be connected up. So let's go start this up. Let's go get the lime sorted in here, get this treated. There we go. The lime is going down in here. We're doing all right actually on lime. We've got 78% left. I really do love this lime spreader. It's just so efficient. I never used to like doing lime because I used to just get through so much of it, but this one, perfect. And also precision farming as well, it's controlling it, it's working out how much needs to be on the field, how, like, well, as you can see, it keeps changing. 2.6, 4.38 ton. I think the top corner, not round the very last side, that's a bit of silty clay, the soil there, so that's really gonna, yeah, that's gonna go through it, that is. I bet we're going to be about up to about 8 ton on that. So there's a lot going down here. So we're going to let this worker carry on, get this done. Let's go jump into the JCB. Let's just go tab through all my equipment here. Jump into the JCB. Let's just go and hook up. Connect this on. Make sure we're on cotton. It's full of cotton. Well, it's technically not full of cotton. It's full of seeds. And full of fertilizer. Now, this is the only worrying thing. Not as a massive issue, but it could be a bit expensive. How much is he going to get through of fertilizer on here? Because bear in mind, this field hasn't been treated at all. Yeah, I think it could be quite expensive. So let's get the worker set up. Okay, so the worker's all ready then. It does look like this could be quite a lot of nitrogen it's putting down. Just looking at the bar at the top corner. We are really into the red. And for cotton, it does want to get quite high up actually. So here we go. Brace ourselves for a lot of fertilizer. I think I'm going to have to maybe use the class and go back and get my seed tender, because I do think we are going to get through this. So let's see how it goes then. Look at this. The barley is coming out and the cotton is going in. Now, it is going to be a little bit quick again. Like I said, it's probably, I wouldn't normally do it this quick, but these fields are big and we want to try and get it done in this episode if we can. It needs to grow. Just think when we come back to actually harvest the cotton. Ooh, that's going to be a task and a half. How many bales are we going to get off that? Obviously, it takes a lot more to go into a cotton bale than a normal bale. I think the cotton bales are around about, is it 20,000 litres each? So yeah, that's going to be quite big. So we'll let this worker carry on. We'll sit back and watch him go around a couple of times. And then we'll jump to the end. Because we've got to roll this as well. And we can then obviously go and start putting sugarcane in the other field. But first, let's just see how much let's see how much fertilizer we get through. We're already on 85% left. Yeah, this is going to be a bit thirsty. The workers all done with the lime in this field now. As I was going through the lime in this field, it's about halfway through. Yes, the JCB putting cotton in the ground in the other field did run out of fertilizer on about the third or fourth headland. I was in a bit of a predicament. What do I do? The class is in here, putting lime down. The JCB's over there, partway through, well, not even partway through, putting cotton down. I might have treated myself to a brand new tractor. Another one. Doesn't she look beautiful? A Massey Ferguson. Look at this. So a Massey Ferguson has joined my JCB and my class. We now have got quite a setup now. So I got this because I needed something to bring the seed tender across. That's exactly what we got here now. A Massey to join the family. So let's go put some seed in this. Top it up with seed. I think we're on seed, are we? Are we on seed? Fertilizer seed? Hello? There we go. It's very delicate. You have to get the sweet spot. There we go. Just find that right little sweet spot, you know. Spot that bloke struggle with. Have to find that sweet spot. So because we've now got the Massey, we can obviously keep this here now. This can be sort of, well, it's not obviously going to just only do the seed running. But we'll leave it here for now. Here's a beautiful tractor. Let's have a look inside, shall we? Look at this. Beautiful tractor. Very nice. Modern DAB radio. All the screens. GPS. Passenger seat there again. I'm not going to get my arse in that. Yep. Very nice. I like it. Right, let's get this worker back on track. Now, one thing I did notice. You might just see above the mirrors. Let me see if I can jump up and show you. These things. These are sensors that I completely forgot when doing precision farming. You can put sensors on the tractor. Now, I have gone and put them on all of them. They're about 14 grand each on each tractor. So, yeah, not the cheapest thing in the world. But what it does is it works out for the fertilizer. So we can actually go and change. It basically controls the rate as well. So it just basically really does fine tune it. So let's just go see now if we can get this worker. We're on the nearest waypoint. So let's just see if we can start him again. I'm hoping it should just carry on where it left off. It's not really moved anywhere. Should pick up the nearest one it was on. It looks like it's on its, what, fourth? The fourth headland? So now, I don't know if you can tell, but where the flag was on the previous ones, it was in the middle. It's dropped a little bit now because it's really been able to fine tune it because it's now worked out cotton. It didn't quite need as much, so it's pulled it back a little bit. So, yeah, this is good, this is. Now, we haven't got a variable seed rate, it's just a flat standard seed rate because for cotton, there's no control over it. Yeah, I think having them sensors on is going to be good. It's going to fine-tune the fertilizer. It only works with fertilizer, so it doesn't do anything with the lime, but it only does it with the fertilizer. So I'm hoping having these sensors on should control it a little bit more and give us a better rate. I can show you on the Massey in the menu what it says. So this is the attachment we can have on. As you see, it detects the real nitrogen demand of your crops. While driving with the sensor over your field, you'll get more precise information of the nitrogen that is required. With this information, the fertilization will be more accurate and result in a higher yield. That's what we want, a higher yield. Now, this one we can only do in the daytime. There is one you can attach to the front and it looks like a pair of wings that stick out. That would go on, which if you want to do it at night, it's got better sensors to be able to detect at night because it's closer to the ground. But again, we don't do anything at night. Purely for these YouTube videos, we don't do much at night. So, yeah, these sensors should work really well. So I'm hoping then, well, I think we should be able to see because it's done 3 or 4 headlands. I think it's striping now. Let's just go tab through. Let's see if we can find it. There we go. It's tricky to tell, but we're down to 90%. So it doesn't seem to be going through it as quick. So it seems like it is controlling it a bit better. You can see it's changing a lot more now. Maybe I was missing out from the start, but it's going to give us a better yield. That's what we want. So I'm glad that I've gone and fitted these on all my tractors now. Alright, has cost a little bit of money, but we're doing alright. We've still got $500,000 in the bank. And I've just gone and spent about 250,000 on that Massey Ferguson, so yeah, all's good on the farm. So the worker in this cotton field is doing pretty well. Not got too much left to go, but we have had a few fill-ups of fertilizer and seed top-ups just to get through, but this is what we've got left. This is going to be one heck of a cotton field when it's done. My word. I didn't realise as well, I should have done really, but I didn't realise that literally straight ahead there's our farm. You can just see in the distance there my hay and straw loft, if I'll get the T on the end of that. I didn't realise how close it was. It was only when I was just over there. I'm like, what's going on over there? Oh, that's the field that I'm working at the minute. I just didn't realise because it seems such quite a journey away. I didn't realise it's literally just across this little stream here. Right there, there's the farm. There's my harvester. That's was our soybean field. It's now got barley in. God, what's got in it already. So we are getting on well. The money's dropped. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the money. It was on $500,000. Dropped to 362 now because, well, I kind of I made a mistake. I effed up, really. I'll explain to you. So I was just over here doing a little bit of work. I thought the cows need some more straw, would you believe it? And I thought, you know what? I've got no vehicle over here. Everything's across in the fields, which, as I said, it's just there. Look, I didn't realise they were that close. It seemed quite a distance when you get down the road. So that's the field where the cotton's going in. You can just see the worker there, and obviously that one just over there is where the sugar cane's going to go. So I was doing a bit of work over here. You can see all the tyre marks back and forth. The only vehicle I've got over here to be able to put some straw in for the cows is the telehandler there with the bucket. And I thought, could I get the bucket and pick up some straw in the bucket? It picks up anything in that bucket. I don't see why it wouldn't work. Well, it sort of worked, but first it was coming out, but nothing was going like in the bucket. I'm like, that's not good. What's happening? Where's it going? Well, it suddenly then magically appeared under. As I backed away, it suddenly appeared a massive mound of straw here. And it came right out to sort of about here, about the grass. I'm like, oh no. And it wouldn't let me pick it up again. I'm like, great, what am I going to have to do here? So I got my Massey Ferguson, I got the forage wagon to pick the straw up. I thought, that'll pick it up. Picked up a little bit. And then when it got to about this point here, it suddenly went, you don't own this land. I'm like, oh, that's exactly why it wouldn't pick up with the bucket. And obviously because it must have been where the bucket was situated, I wasn't on my land. Oh, well, there's a bit of an issue. So what do I do now? So I looked at the map. This bit of land here comes round up to here. So technically I shouldn't put this on here because I don't own the land. But it let me put it on here. So I thought I did own the land. But anyway, I had to go buy that field. Yeah, this one here. Yep, you see it says, owned by me. I thought, well, I'll buy it. I'll get my straw up, and then I'll sell it back. Yeah, great idea, yeah? Yeah, I didn't realize that, did it? Because it won't let me sell it back, because it now detects I've got a placeable on this bit of land. So I need to get rid of the placeable before I can sell the field. Oh, well, that's a big... isn't it, really? So I'm not going to get rid of this, because this looks nice. It's doing a good job. It's got my hay and my straw in. Well, actually, no, it's only got straw in a minute. It's got no hay in it. So we now own... we now own another field. Hadn't planned on it, but I now own this one. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. At the minute, it's well, as you can see, it's a grass field. It is ready to cut. Do we just leave it as a grass field? Maybe turn this one into hay? I don't really need it. I can't get rid of it now because of that. So, I'm stuck with it. What do we do? Suggestions? Leave it in the comments below. So the cotton field is all done. We're looking pretty good on the levels at the minute, although I have just moved across to this field where the sugarcane's going to go. I've selected sugarcane, and the bar at the top has pretty much gone off the scale. We're currently right down in the red, and he wants to go right up at the top in the green. So we thought that it was bad on the cotton field, the amount of fertilizer it's putting in. This one? Yeah. It's a lot worse. So it's really going to get through a lot of fertilizer on here, and I think it's going to get through a lot of seed as well. But I'm slightly going to disappoint you. You're going to have to wait till the next episode, because this episode is getting on a little bit longer than I wanted it to, and I just don't want to have to literally show a teeny bit of this field, because this is, I think it's going to take a lot. I really do want to show more of this and do a bit of a time lapse on this, just so we can see how much it's going to get through. So I don't have the time in this episode, so we are going to wait till the next one. We're going to obviously get the roller on the cotton field. We'll do that in the next episode. We'll set a work into that one, and then we can focus on putting the sugarcane in this field. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will see you in the next one.